I've never raised my voice at another human being in my life. I didn't need to. Ask anyone who knows me. I'm the guy who talks down fights at Little League games, the one who stays quiet when someone cuts him off in traffic. When my wife's mother called me worthless at our wedding rehearsal, I smiled and asked if she wanted more wine. I don't yell, I don't threaten, I solve problems with patience. It's not an act, it's just who I am. My son Lucas is 8. He's got my wife's eyes and my temperament. Calm, thoughtful, doesn't cry easily. So when he came home from his sleepover at the Derek's house and wouldn't look at me, I knew something was wrong. That night, Lucas asked to sleep with the door open and the hallway light on, and could I check the closet twice. By Wednesday, he wasn't eating. By Friday, he stopped talking at school. His teacher called to ask if everything was okay at home. I said yes, but I was lying. Something was very wrong. My wife suggested a therapist. The therapist suggested patience. I watched my son disappear inch by inch. He used to run to me when I got home from work. Now he barely looked up. One night I found him in the bathroom at 2 a.m., fully dressed, staring at the wall. I sat down next to him. Didn't say anything, just sat there. After 20 minutes, he spoke. He told me about Eric's older brother, about what happened in the basement while the other kids played upstairs, about why he couldn't tell anyone, because Eric's brother said no one would believe him, and if he tried, worse things would happen. Lucas told me everything. I didn't interrupt, didn't react, just listened. When he finished, I hugged him, told him he was brave, told him I believed him, told him I would handle it. Then I stood up, and for the first time in my life, I felt something I didn't recognize. It wasn't anger. Anger fades. This didn't fade. This was a fire in my chest that spread to my hands, my jaw, my skull. Every heartbeat fed it. Every breath made it worse. I wanted to put my fist through the wall. I wanted to scream until my throat bled. I wanted to break something that couldn't be fixed, but I didn't do any of that. I just stood there, burning. My wife looked at me from the doorway. I don't know what she saw on my face, but she stepped back. I told her I was going out. She didn't ask where. The Derricks lived 12 minutes away. I made it in 8. The brother opened the door. 17, tall, confident. That confidence lasted about 2 seconds. I'm Lucas's dad. I watched his face rearrange itself. The recognition, the calculation, the beginning of a lie forming behind his eyes. I didn't give him time to speak. I told him I knew. I told him there were 2 ways this could go, and he was going to choose one of them right now. The first way, I call the police tonight. I call the lawyer tomorrow. I make sure every person in this town knows his name and what he did. I make sure it follows him to college, to job interviews, to every relationship he ever tries to have. His parents lose their friends. His brother loses his. The family name becomes synonymous with what he is, and I don't stop, ever. The second way, he steps outside right now and fights me. A grown man, 38 years old. And if he wins, I walk away and never say a word to anyone. But if he loses, and he will, I do everything I just described anyway, plus whatever happens to him in the next 5 minutes. I said all of this without raising my voice. I didn't need to. He could see what was behind my eyes. He could see 38 years of patience that had been lit on fire and was begging for somewhere to burn. Choose. He didn't move, didn't speak. I watched tears form in his eyes. I watched him shrink. Good. That's what I thought. I stepped back. Your family has 1 week to put this house on the market. If I see you after that, I won't give you a choice. I walked back to my car. The conversation took less than 3 minutes. They moved before the week was up. Didn't matter. I called the police anyway. I wasn't bluffing about that part. Last I heard, he's facing charges in 2 states. Turns out Lucas wasn't the first. Lucas is getting better. Sleeps in his own bed now. Talks to his therapist. Last month he asked if he could try baseball instead of soccer. New sport, new team, new kids. I said yes. I'm still the calmest person most people know. That's still true. But I learned something about myself that night. The patience isn't fake. It's just a lid. And I know what's underneath it now.